Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, my name's Vanessa Lee. Hello and welcome. Make yourself nice and cozy. I'm going to be going through some of my Anthurium propagation successes and I'm really looking forward to showing you them. Okay, so should I take you to the box? I'll bring the box over. Okay, so this is the bin and I've got this bit of wood here so that the humidity isn't as high as, you know, like 100%, because I do want to start acclimatizing these plants as we're moving in towards spring. Just show you what's inside here. Yeah, so that's kind of how they're all living at the moment. Starting off with, well, we're just doing propagation, so I just wanted to show you the plants that I chopped up, which was about 2 months ago now. I chopped up my Anthurium Forgetii, the dark form. I only have one Forgetii, so, but it's the dark form. Oh, she's kind of wet. Okay, she's a bit drippy. But yeah, this new leaf came out surprisingly quickly. It's stunning. The veination is definitely thicker than the mother plant, but the darkness of the green is what I'm loving the most. The stem of the Forgetii was probably about this long. It wasn't very long, and there's a sneaky small cutting, because, you know, I had nothing to lose, because I could already see that this one had a growth point. And I can see here in there, hopefully it will focus. Hopefully that is focused, but there's a growth point. So any day now we're going to have a new leaf. It'll be interesting to see what size the leaf is going to be. I've got a feeling it's going to be a lot smaller because it's quite dinky and quite slender. This one is, I think, in pure sphagnum moss. Yeah, it's in pure sphagnum moss, but again, I'll put some lecker balls at the bottom because it's in a no drainage pot. So effectively I could have 2 new Forgetiis. I also propagated my my very first Anthurium warwickquienum, the queen. She's not great. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that plant, but the cutting is going really well. And even looking at it today, I looked at it yesterday or the day before that, and I can see it's grown since then. We've got a leaf coming, a new leaf coming. I'm really chuffed because this plant, she's tricky and she's fussy and she's beautiful, but you know, she's that girl that's like a real high maintenance. She's a high maintenance girl, and you've got to figure her out. She's not going to tell you. She's not going to help you in any way. You just got to learn it. So that's been my experience. But I do have another warwickquienum, and I got this one as a seedling. I don't have any original leaves. They all croaked it. They all kicked the bucket. This is the latest new leaf and it's still busy expanding, and every day I'm looking at this and seeing that it's getting longer. This is the one before, which is also quite the length. I did do a video on TikTok of, you know, like various different stages. I actually did something on Instagram as well, like from the seedling, like a couple of months later to what it is now. This one is also in a mix of aeroid mix and tree fern fibre, and loving it. And I just recently put some sphagnum moss on top. So yeah, I did a short, maybe I'll put it on YouTube as well. But yeah, and then this was the very first leaf that grew here in my home, and it got spider mite, and you can see that the leaf is quite damaged and it just wants to just stick up like that. And then the roots, you can see, are quite chunky and loving life, loving the tree fern fibre. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this plant too much. And then this plant is sat in a no drainage plastic pint cup. And then I bought this from IKEA, and it just sits like that. So these are my Anthurium Bakeries, and I think the reason why they are getting upset with me is that there's just too many in this pot. So I want to repot this today. It's been propagating from very, very tiny little seedlings that were kindly given to me by a friend of mine that I made at the Rare Plant Festival market, sorry. Yeah, I can just see I've actually got more of this plant, but we're going to start with this one. This is the happiest bunch, even though they look very unhappy. And they've actually been like this for about a year. So they were very, very small, tiny little seedlings. Hopefully I've got a photograph. Oh no. Okay, that part looks gross. Yeah, I think try and separate them. So another strappy Anthurium. Oh, the camera's not very central, but never mind. Yeah, another strappy Anthurium, but this one I think kind of has a tendency to just go outward rather than hanging down. I don't know, maybe once it gets much older. Okay, so there's one plant. And I do think, look at this root system. It deserves to be in its own pot. It really does. And I think then it will start sizing up. This one has just pushed out a new leaf as well. So I think the timing might be good. And then I can see I've got at least, okay, so I've got one plant here. And I think this is, oh no, this is all together, is it? I mean, I could separate them. I'll show you a little bit closer, but yeah, these two are kind of connected, so I'm going to keep this together as well. It doesn't look particularly, it's not the healthiest looking plant. And maybe I'll put that one in this one. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, reservoirs. Let's see how much mess we can make. So yeah, we're going to go tree fern fibre. I think I'm just going to go tree fern fibre on all of them. Am I being overly ambitious? I don't think I am. I think that that's okay. I've got a feeling that that could work. And it's got drainage. Yeah, I think I want to go for this part. It's just that I feel that the root system is large enough, and I do want to instigate more growth. And that is how the Anthurium world works. Okay. Well, that's a turn in events. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, I'm liking this idea. I do like this idea. So yeah, it's a chunky aeroid mix with tree fern fibre in there. And I've definitely noticed fantastic results from using tree fern fibre. I wonder if I should use some rooting hormone. Oh, very low on my great white, but when I'm repotting a plant, I do, especially the anthuriums, I do like to spoil them. I mean, look at this. It's already quite close to the top. I mean, it's going to be difficult to get sphagnum moss on top as well. I'm not going to use the rooting hormone. I feel that it will be fine without it. And should I allow it to kind of tip forward like that? Do we like that? That's quite cute, isn't it? Okay. Well, it's going to do what it wants to do anyway, no matter what I think I'm trying to train it to do. So just slap some soil on top. You probably can't see what I'm doing, but it's just a very basic repot. Spin you around a little bit. Just try and squash it down as much as I can, really. So the one thing I have noticed with the tree fern fibre is that it's quite bouncy. So you really do need to kind of water it into place. It's not like cocoa coir, sorry, where it will just slip into place or whatever. But okay, so I've done this little guy. There is this one top root that is kind of trying to bounce on up. Let me try and show you a little closer. But yeah, that's kind of how it's looking in the pot, and we do have that root here. But I'm going to put some sphagnum moss along the top now, and that root will at least have that to grow into. And it just helps the plant with the humidity. I don't know, I'm really just loving putting a layer of sphagnum moss on the top for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because it kind of traps in the moisture a little bit more. And then secondly, new bag, is it? No. Yeah, and then secondly, if there are any pests, especially thrips, around, they're more than likely to lay eggs on the top layer, which is going to be sphagnum moss, and I can then just remove that and throw it out or treat it. Generally, I just chuck it out. Okay, so we've got a nice layer of sphagnum moss on the top. We are going full on bougie, giving this plant absolutely everything that it could possibly dream of having. This plant, I'm hoping, will now be super happy with me. It's never lived outside. So this is going to be an interesting transition. Okay, I'm just going to use a pudding bowl for now because I still haven't gone out and done some shopping. I want to go and get some pots. I keep going on about it, I know, guys, but I will take you along actually, because I might just go to IKEA. I have seen some pots that look interesting, but they need to be fairly light for the glass shelves, so yeah, but that's that one done. Okay, where can we put you? I'll just put you here for now. And this one's root system is, I think, big enough also for an orchid pot, because once I put a layer of soil on top of that, we're almost at the top of the pot. Yeah, there's a lot of bark and tree fern fibre in this mix. So here's the roots. They look great. It's just the actual plant itself looks very angry, but maybe it wasn't loving the humidity bin, so I'll keep an eye on it, obviously. But it could be something as simple as it wanting to be out of that bin, because obviously there's no breeze in there, and it can get quite stagnant, the air in there. So maybe this is the reason why the leaves are looking a little bit just angry, really. I don't know, another word that explains it better. Okay, there we go. She looks a little odd. She does look a bit strange. Let me just hang on. Yeah, there's definitely enough roots in the pot for this to be a decent size, and hopefully it will size up. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of sphagnum moss, giving it everything, because I really want to see what this thing can do this year and get the best performance out of it. And I actually I don't know anyone who has an Anthurium Bakeri. Maybe it's not such a popular Anthurium, or I don't know. So I don't really have anyone else to kind of follow to see what they look like. I have obviously looked on Instagram at what this plant will look like when it's bigger, but they're generally in countries that the plant originated from. So yeah, it'd just be interesting to see what it does living here in the UK. But I've definitely got enough of this plant to experiment with. Okay. A layer of sphagnum moss, very happy, pudding bowl. Okay, that's another one done. And then with the last one, which actually looks really good. That's the last batch, and the roots look fantastic. Should I go no drainage with this one? I'm sure there's a lot of people going, no, don't do it. I've had like a couple of people like say, oh, you know, you girls that use these no drainage pots and there is a method to this crazy madness of using no drainage, and that's basically because I think I explained this in another video, if not this one. When you're dealing with a plant that's just establishing its root system, having a reservoir at the bottom of the pot, the plants just naturally want to gravitate towards that, and generally you'll have those plants in propagation bins that you're not really going into very often, so it's really helpful in that way. That check out these roots. I mean, like, really super happy roots. Yeah, so that's that. For me, that's what I've been aware of and why I like using no drainage. But we're going to go for this little pot since I have it. It's right here. I'll get some smaller ones. Brilliant. And I think I might have just enough to do this last plant. A little layer at the bottom. Wow. I mean, I could actually almost get this one in a bigger pot, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead with this one. Just made a mess. Oh, did I just snap a... Oh no. No, I didn't. And she does it again. Okay, it's in. Oh, I'm actually really loving this. So cute. I've got a feeling this is going to grow into quite a nice plant. Look, it's cute, right? It's very cute. I think it's gonna, I mean, when I got them, they were so tiny. The leaves weren't even like lengthy. They were quite blocky. I mean, we've come a long way, but from seedling to this size, I do have a feeling that I could have actually sized this plant up a lot earlier, and I have waited almost too long, if possible. And I'm going to put a nice little layer, sphagnum moss on the toppy. Like that. Very happy. Brilliant. I'm going to quickly mix up some water, and yeah, and that can just sit in there. Do a quick tidy up as well. I'll be right back. So this is the fertilizer that I use. I've been using this now for about 2.5 years, 3 years. I discovered it fairly early. Excuse me. Yeah, I discovered it fairly early in my plant journey, and I'm so happy that I did. I mean, I've tried 2 other types of fertilizers, and in the store that I worked at, we used a different fertilizer on the plants there, so I got to see the effects, if you'd like. Okay, so yeah, we're going in with fertilized water. The plants are clearly showing signs of growth. You can see that there's a new little shoot just there. So I'm going to give her water. And I'm just going to let it drip right through like that. And I'm just going to dump that. Just repeat. Yeah, they've all got new growth, so it's really, really good. So that's that one. last and probably my favourite out of all of them. It's brand new leaf. Yeah, hopefully this was a good move, that it was good timing. Yay, finally did that. So I do have more of this plant, and maybe I'll do the experiment on that one by leaving it in pon, but they definitely need to be separated. But yeah, we've got some really cute little plants. I'm so happy with them. I mean, this one just shot out that new leaf that's very bright lime green. It's a little bit bent up, but hopefully it will sort itself out. And then this one also has a new little leaf coming. I don't know if you can see right there. Put my finger on it. Oh, it's so dinky. It's so cute. I love the way that this one's kind of like leaning forward like that. And hopefully this one will start doing the same. And then I've got this one, which kind of doubled itself. It selfed itself or something. And we've got a new leaf growing here. I mean, effectively, these are two plants in this pot. And then we've got another new leaf right there. So I don't think I'm going to put these back in the humidity bin. Maybe I'll put one in. I'm going to leave them out for now. Let them kind of soak up its new atmosphere that I've created by putting new soil, taking them out of pond and putting them into soil. And yeah, I'll keep a very close eye on them and see what they're going to do next. But fingers crossed they'll start sizing up. All three of them. 3 little babies. Sorted out the anthuriums. Really happy. The updates. Oh my god, that forgetty eye. Oh, it's over there now. I was like looking over there thinking, where is it? Yeah, the forgetty eye. I'm very pleased with that. The Warwickquianum, although you couldn't quite see its leaf, I've got a feeling that within the next 2 weeks we'll start getting an actual leaf coming out of that. She is beautiful. I'm really excited. Thank you for blessing me with these plants. I do post videos every Sunday. I do it at the stroke of midnight, and I do additional videos during the week. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Have a fabulous week. I will see you here again very, very soon. Until then, bye.